How do you attach a bomb, a rocket, or a drop tank to an aircraft? You can slap it under the wing or the fuselage. It's simple, practical, and painfully boring. There are far more exotic options. Today, we'll look at the elegant and sometimes downright weird solutions real engineers came up with. Let's start with bomb bays. In modern aircraft, bombs are usually mounted horizontally, but it wasn't always like that. In the early days of aviation, bombs were often carried vertically. For small calibers, it saved space, and the airflow at the bay doors wasn't yet a big problem. The strangest example of that approach is the Yak-9B. Engineers placed 4 tubes behind the pilot's cockpit, sized specifically for 100-kilogram bombs. Many bomber designers ran into another issue. The main bay is already packed, but the military demands a bigger payload. The solution? More bomb bays, of course. For example, inside the engine nacelles, right behind the engines and landing gear. Flying boats had it even worse. You can't compromise the hull's watertight belly for obvious reasons, and external mounts ruin aerodynamics. What's that? Nacelles? Right, that's perfect. Or you can put bomb bays right in the wing, if it's thick enough. British engineers found an even more original trick for the Sunderland: retractable mechanisms. Before the attack, the bombs would slide out sideways from the fuselage on horizontal mounts. But what if the munition simply doesn't fit inside the aircraft at all? The "if it doesn't fit, don't force it" rule doesn't apply here. So designers compromised. They left the bay doors open or removed them entirely. Sure, the munition sticks out awkwardly, but who cares? A special mention goes to the B-57B and Buccaneer bomb bays. They don't open, they rotate. The ordnance ends up instantly outside in the airstream. Very convenient. And the ground crew probably rides that carousel when nobody's looking. Unguided rockets also get mounted in creative ways when space runs out. For instance, on special multi-tier pylons. Or you can go further and mount extra rockets directly onto the already mounted rockets. Still not enough? Add another row. Still not enough? Fine. Rockets on rockets on rockets on rockets. It feels like engineers were ready to keep going forever. But reality did eventually find the limit. There's an even more exotic option. Store the rockets inside the fuselage. Then, you just need a way to get them outside. Some projects extended them downward in rows, while others used fully built-in internal launch containers. The boldest ideas come out when you run out of space under the wings. Mount weapons above the wing, or on the sides of the fuselage. Basically, if you can find a spot, hang something there. But what if the aircraft needs extra fuel and extra weapons? The French had an answer. They turned drop tanks into universal platforms. Bombs were mounted on the sides, and rocket pods were placed right in the nose of the tank. Just don't forget openings for the exhaust gases. S for safety. American designers came to a similar conclusion. The F-15 uses conformal fuel tanks that basically merge with the fuselage. And we already know the rule: if an aircraft gains a new surface, something absolutely has to be bolted onto it. All these examples prove that even the most basic question, how do we hang bombs, leaves room for imagination, even in the strict world of military engineering. Don't ever hesitate to bring your ideas to life, even if someone thinks they're weird. Especially if they think they're weird. We definitely didn't cover every engineering trick out there. Tell us in the comments what else we should mention, and we'll see you in the next episode.